Hello guys, welcome back to my vlog number 4. I really hope you've been enjoying my channel. I've been loving your feedback so far, so thank you so much. It just brings me so much confidence to really just embrace this longer form content, and I didn't realize how much I could chat. It's quite incredible, but today's vlog is going to be a little bit of a shorter one than last week. I thought that I would make my healthy green sauce for you from top to bottom, do the whole recipe. You can watch me make it, and then I can leave the recipe in the description. It's such a great sauce to pre-prep for the week. You can do it on a Sunday, keep it in the fridge, and I like to add it on pasta. I add it over fish. You can add it to rice dishes, or you could just add some more bone broth to it and make it into a soup. It's just super simple. And the thing I love so much about it, it is incredible for skin health. I'm also going to talk about a few things that have come in new this week in terms of skincare, things that I've bought, some clothing, a few products that are going to help pigmentation, because I get asked that so much. So yeah, I just thought I'd have a nice little time in my kitchen, and I hope you follow along with me. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to put an apron on because I'm wearing a white top and it's never good in the kitchen. And you're probably going to die at my apron because it is just incredibly ridiculous and bougie, but I'm fortunate enough to be part of the Chanel Beauty family. They are very dear to me, and you will see much more me talking about them many times through my YouTube journey. But I went to an event once and we had to do some oil painting, and we all got given these aprons. So now it's very much a big fixture in my kitchen. So first things first, if you haven't got garlic pre-prepped, this is like the first step. So this sauce literally takes 10 minutes to make. That's if you've got garlic roasted already. And I tend to do quite a few of these whole garlic bulbs on a Sunday, and I can keep them in the fridge and just add them to things as and when. But I'm going to start the process with you today. So we're going to prep the garlic ready to roast in the oven. And then whilst it's roasting, I will show you all my new in bits, and then come back and then we'll do the sauce. So whole garlic, I pick up around 4 or 5 of these at a time. Take my little chopping board. Before doing that, you want to preheat the oven mine to 160, and then let that preheat while I prep the garlic. I use one of these very small kind of Le Creuset type pots to roast my garlic in. I dropped it, it's broken, I need to get another one. I just got it from Amazon and it's just perfect for the roasted garlic. And I also use extra virgin olive oil, a little drizzle over the top. So I take my whole garlic bulb and cut just the very top off. So you're left with all of the garlic bulbs in there exposed. And then I pop that into my little dish and drizzle a teaspoon of olive oil over the top. Very small sprinkling of sea salt. And then pop the lid on. Okay, so my oven is preheated. I'm going to pop my little casserole dish of garlic into the oven. Right in the center on the middle shelf. And then I'm going to set my phone alarm for 25 minutes. Start that now, and we will come back and check on it. It normally takes around 35 minutes to 40, but I like to take the lid off around the 25-minute mark. Whilst that's roasting away, I thought I would go through some bits that I bought this week and a few skincare beauty bits that have arrived that you might be interested in. So up until a few weeks ago, I was a regular shopper on Matches Fashion. I'm sure you are aware of them. They were just an online store, and they had their own standalone store in London that sold lots of brands that I am truly in love with. One of them being Raey. Raey is actually a Matches Fashion owned brand, and I hope now that Matches have gone into administration, which is just really sad, they branch out on their own and just be Raey standalone. I really hope that happens because yes, Matches has gone into administration and they are still operating, but their return policy will be slightly iffy at the moment. So I have stopped, and I think everybody else has kind of stopped buying from them, but they're currently giving 25% off a lot of things at the moment. And I had some bits in my wish list, two of which were the cashmere Raey cardigans. They had white, black and grey when they first came out. I think the grey completely sold out during the winter. So they are from the winter collection of Raey, but they were on my wish list. Now, they're not, they're not cheap items. They are investment pieces. I love to invest in cashmere. It's just one of my favourite fabrics to wear. And I know it's summer, but I do think that living in the UK, we always need some kind of cardigan or cover up in the evenings. So when I saw the 25% off and I could get it from these cardigans, I did buy them both. So those two I have got in this week. They button really high at the neck and then come all the way down. And I think what I love most about it is the really super long sleeve length. So I got 25% off both of those. And in a minute, I'm going to show you, I've worn them this week, and I'm going to show you the full outfit of how I styled them, which you might be interested in or not. Let me know. And the other thing I bought was from Alex Eagle Sporting Club. And she has these very cute t-shirts that this one says meditation. I thought it was very DB. She's got one that says boxing, gardening, running. And I saw the meditation one a while ago, and it's just not something that I needed. Nothing's ever needed. I just wanted it. And then again, I saw the 25% off it in the Matches fashion sale as such. And I got it for £22. So I bought that too. And like I said, isn't it very DB? Meditation. So let me pop on my first outfits and how I styled those two cardigans. So on Tuesday, I had a full day of meetings in London. I wanted to be comfortable, chic, but also casual at the same time. So this is how I wore the black cardigan. I just paired it with a pair of Arquette jeans that are quite old now, but I love the shape. They are high waist and they almost barrel out just slightly through the leg. And with them, let me see if I can I wore my little Chanel shoes. Let me change the camera angle to get a better view of them. So I'm all about a very small heel now, and these shoes, they caught my eye and I thought, how chic are they? They have a gross grain toe with the CCs embroidered in with lamb skin, and they buckle over the ankle. I just felt super comfortable. The cardigan is just so soft. I love how it buttons so high at the neck, and the longer sleeve length is just what draws me in with Raey. They just know cuts. And if I didn't want to show any skin at all, I could just button right the way to the bottom and tuck the jumper in. And then it just looks like a cute jumper with some jeans. And then for my second look with the white cardigan, which is probably more cream. It says white description on the website, but I'd say it was definitely more of a cream. I paired it with some COS navy tailored trousers. They're very wide leg at the bottom. Probably my favourite place to shop for tailoring is COS, 100%. And I wore my Marks and Spencer's cream and beige leather and suede trainers underneath. I love the tailored trouser trainer look. So I thought this outfit was just really comfortable, really casual. It says spring, but I'm still warm. I'm not freezing in this kind of like weird transition from winter to spring. I think this was my favourite outfit of the week, to be honest. And I'm so happy that I invested in these cardigans because they're going to last me a lifetime if I look after the cashmere properly. And I just absolutely love how they look. Break from that because my timer's just gone off. I'm going to take the garlic out, take the lid off, see how we're doing. Okay, so it's looking half roasted. I'm now going to leave the lid off, put it back in the oven and put the timer on for around 10-15 minutes. So whilst that's finishing cooking, I'm going to go through a few bits that I've been sent this week. So first is the new Futurist Skin Tint Serum from Estee Lauder. I first worked with Estee Lauder on the Futurist foundation probably around 3 years ago now. It's that kind of middle between foundation and a skin tint, just a little bit more coverage. And it's absolutely beautiful. And it's perfect for skin that's that little bit older because it's infused with botanical oils. Now they've bought the Skin Tint Serum, which is going to be even lighter, less coverage, but it will still kind of cover imperfections. It will even skin tone, and it's got the same beautiful botanical oils in it. So I'm really looking forward to trying this. I'm very much a no makeup kind of wearer. I like my natural complexion that I work super hard on to shine through. It's just skin finish, but better. I've literally just put that into my skin and it's really bouncy, really comfortable, and you can hardly see it. And I think this is going to be just so perfect moving into spring. Estee Lauder do some of the best foundations around. My sister is an avid double wear foundation wearer. She will not deviate from that at all. That is full coverage, where I'm on the complete other end of the spectrum, where I like to cover just small areas. I have hormonal breakout every now and again in my chin, which has kind of scarring. I'm on that journey now and I've got a little bit of scarring, so I will definitely cover those. I will always do my under eye and probably around my nose because there's always redness that's going to be there and there's always going to be a little bit of shadowing under the eye. I just can't get away from that. So when I do want to wear makeup, like I'm wearing today, I've just slightly covered my chin, under eyes and around my nose. The rest is my skin, and that's what I love about makeup. You can do as much or as little as you like. So this is the Futurist Skin Tint Serum. It's very light, very sheer, natural finish, will give a beautiful radiance, but it will also have those skincare benefits underneath working away to keep your skin hydrated, moisturized. It's got an SPF 20 in it, but that will just boost the SPF that I'm already wearing. It's not enough to offer me proper SPF coverage, but more is always great, and the SPF is really a good addition to that. So secondly, talking about blemishes, breakouts, scarring, dark spots, those kind of things. Dark spots come when we start aging. I've got them appearing on my hands and my arms. Can't do anything about that. But also with my hormonal acne, as I'm at a certain age now, at 45, my healing is going to take much longer because everything is slowing down. So when I do have a breakout, it takes an age for the post-blemish mark to disappear. Obviously infuriates me. I do skincare for a living, and every time I look in the camera every day, I'm like, oh, I've got to keep on top of my scarring, keep my cell renewal. That's why I use retinol, and I also exfoliate, which is really important. Now, I'm a big Dermalogica fan, huge, and they have brought out this new mask. It's called the Power Bright Dark Spot Peel. If my camera will focus, you can see it there. It is packed with 12% AHA, which is alpha hydroxy acid. It's like a glycolic acid. It's got a PHA in there, which is much more gentle on the skin, and it's very, very hydrating. And it's also got mandelic acid in there. So it's got 3 different types of acids. And it's a 20-minute mask, and it visibly lifts hyperpigmentation within 5 to 7 days if you use it 2 to 3 times per week. Now, I've had this about a week and I wanted to keep it because I'm going to use it over the space of 7 days and record every evening when I use it and show a before and after and see how well this product is going to work on my hormonal acne spots on my chin. So I'm going to do the first application tonight. You apply it, you wait 20 minutes, take it off and do the rest of your routine. Now, I'm working really hard on this pigmentation at the moment on my chin. I'm doing my red light and retinol routines in the evening. I will pop a link to that in the description if you want to watch it. It's a reel that I posted last week or something. I'm using my red light mask and then popping retinol on after it for it to work through the night, and I'm already seeing improvement. Then this arrived and I thought, wow, this is going to be a great addition to that kind of like routine that I'm doing. So I'm going to do a 7-day, Monday to Sunday, start it tonight, and I will show the before and after on a reel. the week after. Speaking of Chanel Beauty, it's always nice to receive one of these bags, and the team sent over 2 products from the Sublimage range. I went to Paris with them last November and learnt all about the Sublimage range and the key ingredient that they use in it, which is vanilla planifolia. I learned how they harvest it in sustainable ways, how it helps to regenerate the cells by up to like 3 times. So it helps with cell regeneration. It's a very aging kind of appropriate skincare line. It's super high end, obviously, but it is just so targeted for cell regeneration, keeping that cell renewal going. I've been sent the lotion from the Sublimage range, the La Lotion, which will be in kind of like step of an essence. So it'll be very hydrating straight after cleansing. And then Le Fluid, which I haven't actually tried before. So Le Fluid has been reformulated. It's new and improved formula. It offers mattifying benefits, regulates sebum production, reduces excess shine, and helps tighten pores. It's very much a lightweight, oily skin-led product. So if you are someone that's suffering at an age over 40 with hormonal acne and you feel like your skin all of a sudden is just more oily, and that happens, it's hormonal, using a fluid over a rich cream, which some of us need at this age. Like my skin is just crying for the rich creams, that nourishment, that hydration. But if you've got oily skin, you won't want to put all of that on your skin. It will feel very cloying and claustrophobic. So a fluid is something much better to go for. I'm not saying go for the Sublimage Le Fluid. It's obviously very expensive, but they've sent those along for me to try, and I always love trying Chanel skincare. And lastly, from a French-born brand, in fact, Paris-born brand, Holidermie, they are arriving in the UK, so they're launching the Holidermie in the UK very soon, and I have been sent their face oil, which is very botanical, rich, along with this very cute little Jiffy pouch and a gua sha. I do gua sha every evening. It's just part of my routine, whether I do it during my skincare or whether I just sit in front of the TV. I'm just constantly doing gua sha. Let me know if you want to see my full gua sha routine, because I think it might be interesting to film for YouTube. And in this cute tote also, I got some Palo Santo and sage to burn. Isn't that lovely? Holidermie is a very holistic brand, very much into what I'm into, is treating the skin from the inside out. So they have a range of supplements, they have beautiful skin loving skincare, and I am going to Paris with them on the 16th of April. So I'm looking forward to vlogging that trip, because I think it's going to be really interesting. I'm meeting the brand founder, and I always love going to Paris. Okay, so all in all, that took 40 minutes. And this is what your garlic should look like. They start to pop out of their little pods when they're ready. And if you did 2 at a time, you can just pop them all out, put them in a Tupperware and put them in the fridge, and they will just last you all week. And then you've got roasted garlic on hand whenever you need it. But we've done that today. We've prepped this for the sauce. So let's get on with it. So first, let's go to the fridge, get out the ingredients that I use for the sauce. I have recently overhauled my fridge. I spent a little bit of money on Etsy and just bought all of these kind of containers, so it just looks much more organized, and I'm so super happy with it. It looks like I could put it on Pinterest and be proud of my fridge. So that's the first thing. So I'm going to get the vegetable tray out today, because this is what we're going to be focusing on. But I'm also going to get out my spinach, because I use that too. So really, you can use anything in this sauce, anything green, because it's a healthy green sauce. But these are the ingredients that I mainly use. Now, there's 2 ways that I do it. Sometimes I roast the vegetables, in which I will use courgette, onion. I'll roast it all together with the garlic and then blend that. But it takes a long time. Like, roasted vegetables are more time consuming. So if I'm not prepping it on a Sunday, during the week, I just want something quick and I haven't prepped it. This is just the simplest and quickest way, and it's also super nutritious. So when I think about what I eat, I'm always on a skin first kind of journey. I think about what my skin needs and I start to cook from it. This is so packed with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, I can't tell you. So the first ingredient I start with is broccoli. Now, broccoli is high in vitamin C and E, which vitamin C is essential for collagen production. You're going to hear that word quite a lot through this sauce because it is so collagen packed. As much as possible, I try to use organic produce. So most of this, 90% of this is organic, but I do use frozen peas. These are the frozen petit pois. And I do a cupful. Peas are a great source of zinc, which it supports skin health and it also regulates oil production. So there's my cupful of frozen peas, and I put in a leek from the onion family, so it gives it that oniony taste. So like the other vegetables, they're rich in vitamins and minerals, but they have lots of vitamin A. Now, retinoic acid that we use in skincare is derived from vitamin A. So by eating foods rich in vitamin A, you're giving your body and your cells the same benefits as you would by putting it on your skin. So it supports cellular turnover. It keeps the skin youthful, it keeps it smooth, it keeps it clear. And they also contain manganese, which helps with collagen production. But just before blending, I add in raw spinach. Spinach is something I eat every single day, and probably twice because I'm adding it to my smoothie and I'm also eating at my dinner at some point. So again, it's rich in vitamins A, C, and E. So it supports collagen production, firmness, elasticity. It protects the skin from damage caused by free radicals. But it also adds some minerals to the sauce like iron, potassium, and magnesium. Iron transports oxygens to our cells. Potassium maintains hydration and electrolyte balance. And magnesium supports the cellular process. So we've got 4 ingredients in this sauce already, and your skin is going to thrive from it. And I think that's what I love so much about this sauce and why I eat it most days. If that sauce isn't skin friendly enough, I also blend it with grass-fed beef bone broth. This is organic. I use the Ossa one. It's my favorite. So I'm going to pop the heat on low and add some hot water to the bottom of the pan. This just speeds things up. So probably about 1 or 2 centimeters, and then put the steamer attachment back in and the lid on. Now to my already steaming pan, I'm going to add the veg. So I do broccoli, leeks, and the frozen peas all together, and pop the lid on, set it on low, and leave that for around 10 minutes. So all of a sudden, very, very sunny in my kitchen. But whilst that's steaming away, I'm going to de-pod my garlic. So I have a nice little round Tupperware bowl, and it's cooled down enough for me to touch now, because when it first comes out, it's really difficult. If I was using the whole bulb, the easiest thing to do is literally press and squeeze this into the blender or soup or dish, whatever you're doing. It's really satisfying. They all just kind of like squeeze out. It sounds gross, but it's like squeezing a spot. But no, I'm going to de-pod these as well as I can, and I just get a knife and just flick from the bottom, and they just very easily pop out. So if I'd done 2 bulbs of these, I would have a nice pre-prepped pot of roasted garlic for the week, and you can honestly just use it for everything. I am a massive garlic eater. It's just like one of the best anti-inflammatory foods that you can add in. And when you roast them, they're just much softer in taste, and I just prefer it. So I'd also blend this into my homemade hummus, roasted garlic hummus. Honestly, there's nothing better. So yeah, very satisfying 10 minutes whilst I de-pod the garlic. And there you have it. Fresh roasted garlic. It's just super squidgy. Smells incredible, and yeah, please try it. I urge you to try roasting your garlic in this way. Okay, so when the the knife easily falls through the broccoli, then I know it's done. I'm really not sure Nigella's going to be watching this thinking she's a born TV chef, because I'm not using the proper terms, quantities, anything. I am just a little bit of a throw it all in kind of person. As long as it's whole food, good for me, packed with antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, nutrients, I'm going to eat it. That's it. So all of this I'm going to transfer from the steamer into my blender. I'm using my big blender today just because my small Beast Health one, if you've seen it before on my Instagram, the really bougie looking white one, it's just not big enough for big quantities, and it doesn't really do well with super hot food. I made a huge mistake of doing that once with hot food, and it exploded all up my arm, all over the kitchen, and I burnt myself. So yeah, the Beast Health isn't great for hot food. So just with my kitchen tongs, transfer all of this into my blender. And this is just how super quick it is. You really only need 2 kitchen appliances. It's a steamer and a blender. I think that everybody will have a blender by now. And steamers, you can just buy little kind of cages to put over your saucepans. You don't need to go out and buy a whole big steamer. But not only is this really quick, it's just very super simple, and you can do it off the cuff. You don't even need to prepare it. Lots of ground black pepper. I'm going to put in 5 of my garlic cloves, straight in. And just before blending, I'm going to add in a couple of cups of my raw spinach. This just honestly boosts the vitamins, the antioxidants, the minerals in this sauce, and it just makes it super green. Pop that on the blender. Hot and steamy, healthy green sauce. I'm going to try and get in so you can see the consistency. Oh, it's just so thick and so green. And now all that's left to do is transfer the sauce into the container that I'm going to keep it in the fridge with. I got these from the range. Actually, I'll do a range haul in my next vlog because I bought some really cute things for the kitchen. I just cannot tell you how good this sauce is, how good it tastes, how good it is for you. It's just skin food. See, I'm glad I wore my apron because that just splashed everywhere. I'll try and get as much out as I can. And then tonight I will probably have this with some pasta. I will roast some salmon with a bit of lemon, salt and pepper, have it on top. In the week, I will cook some hake with some roasted vegetables and put a spoonful of this on the top of that. And then for lunch, I will add a little bit more bone broth to make it into a soup, pop some pumpkin seeds on top, a little bit of olive oil and some spelt sourdough. And that's it. Look how creamy and thick. I'll leave the lid off it for a few hours before popping it back into the fridge. And that's it. That's my super healthy green sauce. I really hope you enjoyed this vlog. Let me know if you want more recipes. I promise I'll get better at doing them and filming them. It was my first time filming a recipe for YouTube, and it was just, I was probably fumbling around the kitchen a little bit. But if you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments whether you're gonna use it. If you follow me on Instagram, please tag me in your sauces, and I'd love to see it. I really love sharing that on my platform as well. And yeah, hope you enjoy your day. Please subscribe, please like, because I'm really loving this YouTube journey. I will see you next week.